On this episode of Cox Connections. For the past 90 years, Northern Virginia Family Service has been taking care of the needs of our community. From job training to food assistance, foster care to legal help, NVFS has programs in place to help our neighbors. Leadership Fairfax is a nonprofit organization committed to developing the kind of strong leaders we need in Fairfax County. We'll learn how their programs connect diverse leaders to one another and to community engagement opportunities across all sectors. And finally, Homestretch is the largest transitional housing program in Northern Virginia. They're addressing homelessness with a full range of services for families struggling in our community. Stay tuned, Cox Connections is next. Hello and welcome to Cox Connections. I'm your host, J.D. Myers, the Market Vice President of Northern Virginia Operations for Cox Communications. Northern Virginia Family Service, or NVFS, started 90 years ago when a group of caring neighbors collected coal and winter coats so struggling families could stay warm during the cold months. Today, NVFS provides a wide range of support to more than 36,000 individuals and families each year. Here to tell us more about Northern Virginia Family Service is Executive Director Mary Agee. Mary, welcome to the show.
Thank you, JD.
Wow, that's an amazing program, and you've been part of the program for 27 years, so there's no better person to kind of give us an overview of what the program's all about. Could you share a little bit with the viewers?
Absolutely. Northern Virginia Family Service, as you said, we're celebrating our 90th anniversary this year. And we're essentially addressing the same issues that unfortunately were still going on back in 1924 when we first started. So we're there to ensure that children and families have safe housing, they have the utilities to keep the house warm, that they have access to health care and medications, that children get a strong start early on from birth so they can start school on target with the other children, all to really invest in children and families, which ultimately strengthens our communities.
That's a great service you're offering. I'm sure you've got great memories and excellent stories about things that you've done with different clients. Can you share one?
Oh, I have many that I would love to share. I think this one interesting fact that I just learned, we have a foster care program that works with young children and teens who, for a variety of reasons, can no longer live in their homes and they're in loving foster homes. And I just learned the other day that so far this year, 11 of our children have been adopted. And if you look at all by their foster parents, and if you look at our whole history in foster care, over 60 children have been adopted by their foster parents. That means, JD, they have permanency in their families.
That's amazing.
They don't have to wonder where they're going to be next day or next year. That, to me, is one of the biggest impacts we can possibly have.
When I asked you to share a story, that was an amazing one. Thank you for sharing that. That's just a great story and a great fact. Mm-hmm. And you've been there 27 years, but in August, you made a press release and you announced something really big that's about to change. What's that?
Well, I announced to our board of directors that this next June 30th, 2015, that I will be retiring.
Oh.
It was a good time for me to do that. I've actually been with the organization 40 years.
Wow.
And 27 years as the executive. So it's a great time. The organization's in a great place, strong board leadership, strong management team, and it's time for me to try something different.
So I'm going to read a quote from you, and it says, "If I don't set a date, someone is going to come in here and wheel me out in a wheelchair to get me out of this office."
Yes, I love what I do. I absolutely love it. I mean, what better mission to get up every day to help children and families achieve success in their lives. And so I have a lot of fun. a lot of great work with businesses throughout the region, and I love the business community here. But it's time. I have a new grandson, and that's one of the compelling reasons to add some flexibility into my life.
That is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. So, being there 40 years, help us understand what some of the goals are of the agency.
Well, this year in particular, a lot is around creating a legacy. So we're having a lot of focus of asking people to step up, to have a fabulous gala where our goal is, hold your breath, to raise $1 million. Wow. And next May 8th, and that we really want to achieve that goal. But we have lots of goals. We have our Training Futures program, and we are expanding that trains adults in the office and computer skills. And we have it's a nationally recognized program working with the Northern Virginia Community College. So individuals graduate from our program ready to make a living wage, but they also graduated with 18 college credits. So frequently these are people that never imagined they would ever get to college. It's quite a story.
I truly understand that as a first-generation college grad myself. I truly understand that.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. So I read an interesting fact about your organization. You have 350 employees, right?
Correct.
And 3,600 volunteers? So you must
Yes.
have all the volunteers you need.
Oh, heavens no.
Oh, really?
Oh, we need more volunteers. Volunteers are the lifeblood of our organization. They help us in every program area. They work in our Head Start centers, in our early Head Start centers, reading to children, holding infants. They work in our job training programs, tutoring, mentoring, computer labs. We have youth mentoring programs, our thrift stores. There are a zillion ways. And we know that this is an important connection with the community. We could not deliver our services now without volunteers.
So how do people get involved then?
Oh, they just go on our website. They'll have a very easy time navigating our website, and they can get connected directly with one of our volunteer coordinators, or any staff person is very eager to respond to anyone who's willing to donate their time.
So if you're going to take 30 seconds to leave everybody with one of your most favorable memories about the agency, and I read something about a survivors fund, and he said it was something that was near and dear to your heart. Could you tell us about that in about 30 seconds?
Absolutely. It's the greatest honor and privilege of my career was when we were asked by the Community Foundation of the National Capital Region to work with them to build a program following 9/11 and the attack on the Pentagon of how to combine financial assistance and case management to work with all of these families that were impacted in order to gradually, over time, help them recover and fully recover. That was absolutely an honor for us.
That's amazing. Mary, thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Coming up, Leadership Fairfax has been training informed and enthusiastic leaders in government, business, and nonprofit sectors since the 80s. Learn more about the impact on Northern Virginia right after this break. Stay tuned for more Cox Connections.